Okay, let's get you set for the lightweights. We send it to our ring announcer, Chuck
And
Roberts.
now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the lightweight division in the World Series of Boxing. Fighting out of the blue corner, representing the Miami Gallos, Roberto Navarro.
He's from the DR, Dominican Republic. He was in the Olympic Games in Beijing. He's 22 years old, 9 years experience. He was discovered basically because of the Olympics, and he competed in the Amateur International Federation Championships in Italy, made the round of 16. Fights righty or lefty, Sean?
Oh yeah, he is a switch hitter. He is a strong fighter. He throws real straight punches. He's a very well-schooled boxer.
And this is going to be a rematch tonight. We'll talk about that in a minute.
And ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the red corner, representing your Memphis force, welcome Raynell Williams.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting matchup. We saw it before, November 26th. Now, Navarro lost that one, but he's improved greatly. Raynell landed more punches in that fight, and that's the key in this series. You have to land effective punches, not just punches to score like you do in the amateurs.
Oh yeah, the force of the blow really counts here, and they know a lot about one another. They followed each other. Since their meeting, Raynell has had a cut, and because of that cut, he had to take some time off. But Navarro has been busy. He's been very active. So how much does that activity help or hurt?
Well, December 9th in Miami, he took on a good fighter from Mexico City, Juan Romero. Navarro, going into that fight, showed a great improvement. Take a look at Raynell right here. Under Coach Pat Burns has done a good job with his fighter. So let's take a look at the head-to-head.
Oh yeah, these lightweights. Raynell a little bit taller, Navarro a little heavier. The experience too, you can see they're right in there. It's a nip and tuck, this fight. Two very close, well-matched fighters, and they are smart in the ring.
Lightweight division, your referee is going to be Ricky Webb from the United States.
You know, this is really a great time for a boxer. All the work's done. You're ready to start. You get your gloves wrapped on your hands, and you're
Let's
ready
take a look
to go.
at when we have a chance here. That he ran into a buzzsaw back in December. Everton Lopes just 11 seconds into the second round. Look what Everton Lopes did to Raynell.
Oh, Everton Lopes is an outstanding fighter too. He went out there just with no respect whatsoever. He just went in there and just tore him to pieces.
But he comes back against Eric Flores at Memphis against the LA fighter and got a unanimous decision. So he bounced back nicely. Look at the action. So quite a journey for these young men, doing something that's never been done before, fighting the professional style, yet getting paid, but maintaining their amateur status.
You know, so many pros, they have one loss and their careers fall apart. Here in the World Series of Boxing and in the amateur ranks, they have a loss and they learn from it and they go on, and it's really exciting to see because they pick up new things. Plus, they're all plagiarizing one another. They're learning some techniques from their adversaries, which makes them a better fighter. You know, the more tools you can have in your bag when you go in that ring, the more beneficial it's going to be for you and the better fighter you're going to be.
Okay, trying to bring him to the center of the ring now. Ricky Webb, final instructions.
Gentlemen, you have already received your instructions in the dressing room. I expect you to obey those instructions and to protect yourselves at all times. Good luck and God bless.
Lightweight division, and as you notice, we have a small ring here tonight. It'll get smaller as we go up in the division. Those heavyweights get in there, there's going to be nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
Yeah, exactly.
But the lightweights, I think it's going to be a fast-paced fight. I really think this is a great matchup. We saw it before, the rematch, and Navarro's got some unfinished business with Raynell.
You know, it is a small ring, and it's a fast ring, too. The benefit to that is in a small ring, especially in an arena of this size, there's a lot more action because you have no place to run. Oh, good.
Right off the bat, here they go. They're not playing around.
Well, right now, really.
Navarro's decided to fight lefty right now. Both of them lefty.
Raynell had a nice hook in the opening part of that round. That may be his best weapon.
And they've really, I can't say it enough if you follow the series, how much these guys have learned and worked so hard, not only just in the matches that they have, but everyday training. Coming toward the end of the season now, they all have just really enjoyed being a part of a team, living together.
Oh, yeah.
And getting to know one another. But Pat brought up, Pat Burns, the coach of Miami, good point. So they get tired of sparring against one another. It builds rivalries and bad blood, so they have to find some outside sparring people to come in.
Oh, some new blood. I tell you, when we had our gym, somebody come in, a new recruit into the gym, we'd all say, hey, new meat.
Something to bang on.
It was like great to have somebody new in there. Yeah, some new meat.
These guys going right at it. Raynell just missed with the left hand right there.
They know each other very well. In fact, remember Raynell, who you're looking at right there? He is naturally right-handed, but he boxes left-handed. So he has more power in that right hook, and you saw that at the first of this round when he clocked Navarro with that.
Back of the head.
None of that back of the head stuff. Come on. Stop that, you guys.
Another fighter that came up through the lightweight divisions. There was a natural right-hander fought left. I mean, ooh, wow.
Wow, look at how sharp Raynell is.
Ooh, that was big, right on the button.
How crisp his punches are.
I was saying another fighter that actually fought right-handed but was a lefty was Oscar De La Hoya. Ooh, he just caught Navarro right there again. He walked right into that one, Sean.
And Navarro trying to set these punches up. You know, he's trying to land that one big shot. Forget that. Just throw them in there. They'll work. They'll get to working.
That's that right hook we were talking about, getting to the point that there's another one right on the button. Right. Your power punch is your lead hand. De La Hoya had his best punch was the hook, coming from his power hand, which was a left hook.
Normally you keep your dominant hand.
A lot here.
You normally keep the dominant hand behind and you set it up with the passive hand. Well, not in the case with Raynell. His dominant hand is that right. It's the front hand.
Yeah, Navarro's good punch right there. Raynell just got caught. Yeah, he's coming straight in. Navarro's coming straight in on him.
He's coming straight in and he's getting caught. You got to get in at the angles. You get tagged coming in like that.
They came out with bad intentions. Nice left hand. That was a beautiful left hand right there. Good punches from both fighters in this first round.
And these are lightweights. Look at how much different their punches are than those bantamweights we just saw. Wow.
Oh.
One round down. Don't work after the round. When the round's over, I wanted to sit down and get a drink of water. It eats up your time of resting and relaxing.
It's a little slow getting the stool over here in the Memphis corner.
Resting and relaxing. Not that you're actually resting and relaxing in there, but it's a little different than the action-packed first round that we're seeing right here from these two lightweights.
Left hand.
Look at these punches.
Bingo.
Ooh. Now, look how crisp how sharp these punches are from Williams yet. Navarro is good, but not quite as crisp, pushing his punches a bit.
We got caught right there.
Not quite on the mark. Look at the difference of these two. You know, there's not much that separates these two lightweights. There's not much. They're both very good fighters. But it looks to me like in that first round, Raynell Williams had a little bit of an advantage.
We're on Beale Street in Memphis. Home with the Blues. Final resting place for Elvis Aaron Presley, and they go right at it in the lightweights. Right off the bell. Here we go. Whoa.
Break. No pulling behind the head.
Navarro's been doing a little bit of that in this fight. Frustrating Raynell a little bit. You know what? It's a fight, not a ballet.
You know, look at how Navarro's head gets bobbled about a bit. You know, when he gets hit, even on the top of the head, his head kind of flies. That's a terrible impression on the judges. You're taught in the gym to do neck exercises so that doesn't happen. Oh, look at there. Another hit right at the break. Raynell took that one.
Yep. So they're going to fight. They're going to go all the way. They're going to let it go here a little bit, Sean. I got a feeling. Because Navarro is trying to go straight in.
Right straight in. If he worked the angles, I think it'd be so much more effective for him. And he knows how to do that.
Good body shot right there from Raynell Williams in the purple trunks.
Oh, look at these punches from Raynell. Good uppercut from him.
Raynell, a 2008 U.S. featherweight Olympian. So he is accomplished on the world stage. And Navarro was the Olympian from the Dominican Republic in the lightweight division. So 2 accomplished fighters putting on a great show here in Memphis, really.
You know, Williams is so good. I was surprised to see him when he got knocked out by Everton Lopes.
Lopes will do that to you.
Lopes is so good as well, but Raynell is so accomplished, and it just caught me by surprise. Look at Raynell here. He looks unbeatable.
We're in round number 2, scheduled for 5.
Raynell really on that side. I'd like to see him square up just a little bit more, kind of like Navarro is.
Yeah.
Roberto still coming right straight in, and maybe this will wear down Raynell. I don't think so. Trying to hold and hit. Just stay still. Just hold your head still, says Navarro.
Yeah.
Oh, good combination from Navarro.
Yeah, got him in the corner, and he didn't want to be over there.
You know, Roberto is not done yet. He is still trying.
Well, he's fighting a little bit of a dirty fight. He's a tough customer. Both great fighters.
He has to make it dirty. Look how slick Raynell Williams is. You have to kind of make him fight with you, make him mad. You got to anger him a little.
Yeah, Raynell's got a lot of speed, good movement. Fire that jab out there.
Oh, feint. Look at that. Good feint.
Yeah, you like to see those feints.
Those are very good, but you got to make your opponent pay for them. You know, he utilized the feints, Raynell did, but then he did not make his opponent pay for that feint. Feint him out of position, then hit him. Good. Wow.
Pretty good work right there at the end.
So nice. 1 point. 1 point for hitting behind the head. 1 point right there at the end.
They just took it away from
Ricky
Navarro.
Webb says that's 1 point from Navarro.
He's had enough of that. Okay, well, we wondered about the journey this year for the U.S. Olympian Raynell Williams. So let's hear as he talks about what he's learned in this series.
I've grown now. You got to be, like, I got 5 rounds, so I got to be patient, you know. I got to pick my punches. I can't just go out there the first 2 rounds and punch, and I got 3 more rounds to go. So I developed that blocking skills, you know, the whole pro thing. I'm trying to get that down, but I also don't want to get away from the amateur thing because after this, we going back to the amateur. So it's kind of hard working both wars, but I'm trying to do my best.
Well, Sean, what do you think about that, having to go back to the amateurs after being in this? That's going to be kind of tough.
He's right, very tough. It's so different than what they're doing here tonight, and that may cause a problem for a lot of these kids. Some believe this is a transition into the pros for these young men. A lot of these kids want to stay in the amateurs and continue to grow as amateur boxers. So for them to be able to switch back and forth like that, really going to take some talent. But, you know, these 2 lightweights, we got a couple in there that have a lot of talent.
Robert Navarro's in the blue trunks. Watch the head. Navarro, a big problem for him in that second round. He got a point taken away. Webb had enough of the behind-the-head holding. See if he can stay away from that now. So he finally had to send a message to his fighter. Now Navarro knows he's behind. He's trying to dig in.
That's what's happened here.
Oh, he just got caught with a left hand, too, Navarro. But he's still flailing away.
Roberto knows he's behind.
He sure does.
He's fighting with more intensity this round. Do you see it? Do you feel it? Do you sense it? This is so important for him. 0-4 in the World Series of Boxing. He wants a win. He wants to prove that he has improved.
2:12 left in round number 3.
1 and 2 in the World Series of Boxing.
He's had some rough ones.
1 and 2. He would like to make it 2 and 2 if he can pull off a surprise tonight.
He's fought a second time Raynell Williams, and he fought a good lightweight, Juan Romero, twice. So he's seeing the same people. And he split it with Juan Romero, and he lost the first one to Raynell. So he'd like to even that up tonight. He's a fighter. I mean, he's not no stick and jabber. He's in there trying to land punches.
No, he's a fighter. And in this fight, he needs to be. You're not
he's holding right there.
You can't outslick somebody like Raynell.
Oh, digging to the body right there.
Remember what Everton Lopes did to Raynell. He just pushed him backward. He took control. He went in and he just kind of forced him. He used his power, and he got inside and pushed him, made him go backwards.
Everton, one of the great lightweights in this series.
Just spectacular.
Brazil. Navarro from the Dominican.
Nice.
Raynell's
nice.
from Cleveland, Ohio. A lot of good fighters come out of Cleveland.
Oh, yeah, that's a hotbed of great boxers. At Ohio Valley there. Cleveland, Canton.
Raynell's getting frustrated with some of the dirty tactics in there, but you can't let that bother you. You know what? Just give it right back to him.
Oh, nice work. Very good work from both fighters.
It's a good matchup.
And Navarro is very good. He's just a step behind, in my opinion, of Williams.
Speed.
Jab. Nice work. Pinpoint accuracy from Raynell.
23 seconds left in round number 3, scheduled for 5, our second fight of the night. Miami has already won the first one.
Scheduled for 5, and let's see how the complexion of this match changes from this round to the next. The transition, that fourth round, many times a kind of a throwaway round. Navarro can't afford to throw any away.
Good third round for both fighters.
Wow. You know, Raynell is just very impressive in this match to me. It seems like Navarro is still trying to enforce his will, trying to allow for his things to work, his maneuvers, his style, his punches. He's still trying to land a big shot, a controlling punch, but Raynell won't let that happen. There he is, listen to this.
Take a look at some of it, Sean.
Angel Nazario giving him instructions. Here is the battle from that third round. Raynell, real crisp in his punches. Sharp with his shots, good body. He doesn't forget the body, throwing it to the head. Navarro still trying to, just a little bit behind.
Let's see what happens in this round 4. It's been a fast pace. Firing that jab. Raynell comes out, starts firing that jab. Oh, he got caught with a left hand right there, too. Navarro wants this to turn into a high intense, action-packed fight because he feels like that's his best way. Still holding with that right arm right there. Webb's going to have to do something about that holding. Here we go.
Well, remember, last round, a point was taken away. Ricky Webb took a point away from Navarro for holding, pulling behind the head. But that's the kind of fight Roberto has to make this. A warring fight. You got to pull, push, and punch.
He's trying to.
A brawl.
Yeah, he wants to try to land a big shot. He's telling Raynell that didn't hurt, which always means it did. Whenever they smile or shake their head, it means he got caught.
And you know when you get caught, you know when your opponent has a good score, you know that.
Yep. Trying to send a message that, no, I'm not hurt.
Yeah, I'm not hurt. Yeah, right, sure. They all hurt. I'm telling you, they all hurt.
Body shot right there. Good lead body shot.
Yeah. Wow.
You know, Navarro's coming in real wide.
He is.
He's coming real wide, Sean.
He is coming in wide. And he is coming in wide. And, you know, I talked earlier about him going in at the angles. I'd like to see that more of that from Navarro. If he could come in at the angles instead of right straight in. Right straight in. I'll tell you what, Williams is too good for that kind of fighter.
Oh, right at the end there. Nice right hand at the end, the speed. Accurate punch. Half round 4 is gone. Scheduled for 5 here in Memphis. Roberto Navarro in the blue trunks for Miami. Last place, Memphis, hoping to get out of the cellar with a win over Miami and put them down in the cellar. But Miami got a win in the first fight in the bantamweights from Luis Miguel Diaz. So Memphis has got to win 3 of the next 4, including this one. They're probably on their way to winning this one. But Navarro keeps trying to jump right in your face, but he comes in a little bit wide. He said exactly that he does need to create angles to work his way in because.
Oh, man. He can't afford that.
Nope.
Navarro cannot afford another point being taken away. Sometimes it's really hard, too. If you have in your mind you're going to throw 8 punches and you throw 7 and the referee says stop or break or something, how do you stop that one punch?
It's already cocked and loaded.
You're taught to punch in bunches, and one punch augments the other. Oh, and see, like that right there.
Yep.
How close is that?
Webb steps in right at that moment when he's already ready to fire. Raynell pumping that jab out and follows with a nice left. Well, he's out boxing.
Yeah, very
Navarro.
impressive. Very
10 seconds
impressive.
left, round number 4. Navarro wants this turned into a street war if he can, because that's his best shot. but Raynell's too slick for that.
There you go.
Raynell's got that pump, that jab out there, keep him off of you.
That's how you got to fight, just like that, man.
Wow, fourth round. You know, most of the fights that we've seen, the fourth round has been a round just to kind of catch your breath in. Not this time. Raynell Williams showing look at the focus on him. He's looking right into the corner of his eyes. Brad's coach.
When you're moving, he's load up. That's right. That pretty jab you got. That's right. When you make him close up, freeze up, that's when you throw your pieces, all right? You'll be good, man.
Throw your pieces.
I think that was throwing a lot of pieces tonight.
They like to.
It's a puzzle.
That's the fifth and final round in the lightweight division. Been high octane action in this one. Raynell Williams. There's Navarro trying to unload. I think he knows he's behind in this fight. He's going to try to find any way he can, throw the kitchen sink in there, whatever he can come up with, the toolkit, the chair.
You know, he is a warrior. Look at him. You're right. He's still trying to win. Navarro is a tough character. He's being outboxed, but he is still trying something. He's got heart.
I heard Coach Bradley telling Raynell, keep that jab, fire that jab, and follow it up. Keep that right hand right there. But look at Navarro, walk right through that right hand. Great lightweight action here in Memphis. That left hand got in from Navarro. Raynell coming back and scoring.
You can't let down for 1 minute if you're either fighter, but
they're getting a little tired here.
Look at Raynell. Final round. Good combination from Lamar. Raynell comes back. And Raynell up on his toes a bit now.
Yeah, good work here. Working behind that jab. Because every time Navarro comes in, he gets a big orange glove.
Yeah, exactly. Right in his face. Good uppercut from Raynell.
Yeah, I'd like to see more of those.
Yeah, exactly.
Navarro might be a little bit winded chasing him around all night.
Well, it's been a very grueling fight. Not just the punches, but look at all they're pulling out their hands, they're punching, they're tying up, they're hitting.
Oh, a good job making him miss. Raynell, good movement right there. That's just slick boxing. He's really improved in this series.
Oh yeah, he's gotten to be a better boxer, no doubt.
Already an Olympian, but he's learned so much in this series. Night and day from when he first came out. Nice right hand inside. Navarro's running out of time and space. 107 left, round 5, final round lightweight division.
Last round, Navarro looking desperately to land that big blow. Looking for the opening, but looking.
Raynell, good work right there.
He gets caught looking.
What's good about Raynell is he's not just throwing one punch.
And he's looking, he is actually the one that's looking at his opponent. He lands right on the mark.
Navarro looks
good feint,
tired,
good feint. Yes, he does.
He's got caught on the inside once again. 35 seconds left of round number 5. A clinic by Raynell Williams tonight. How do you handle a guy that rushes at you? Well, you do this. Movement, jabs, follow up. 20 seconds coming up. Final round. How will they close the show here in the lightweight division? Will Memphis get on board? Start to protect the home turf here on Beale Street. Navarro looks dazed and confused and tired right now.
He does, but he fights to the end. He's got heart, he's got guts, but I think in the end it's going to be Raynell Williams. Nice work from Raynell.
Good show for these guys.
Both of them good kids too. Real respectful of their coaches, the referee, and the people that come to watch them fight. Roberto Navarro still has some things he needs to work on. We've seen him before a couple of times. We saw him against Raynell before. He fought hard, but it was Raynell with his combination punching and his good footwork that brought him through that fight. There is Raynell getting on the side. You know, Navarro got a couple of points taken away from him because he was holding, and he was hitting on the brakes. But
well, there's a tendency, Sean, to want to hold because you can't get the guy off. When he keeps moving.
When the guy's moving all around, you want to hold him with one hand and hit him with the other. I understand that, but that's against the rules. You can't do that here in the World Series of Boxing.
You know,
tough kid. I am impressed with Navarro. He needs a little bit more schooling, maybe some more work in the gym with Pat Burns, and he'll be good to go.
All right, let's send it up to the ring announcer for the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the results of this lightweight bout in the World Series of Boxing. Judge Farabee 50-44. Judge Bonnet 49-45. Judge Germain 48-46. The winner for the Memphis Force, Raynell Williams.
Yeah, that 1 point being taken away really made a big difference for Raynell, and one judge had it 50-44. So that's pretty much a blowout right there. And so that means Memphis has gotten on the board with one of their top fighters. I said they're bringing their A-team out here tonight because they want to get out of last place. If they keep this up, they will. And they would move ahead of Miami with 3-point wins tonight. But they all even now. And we're going to go up to Sean O'Grady to get the reaction from a great performance tonight from Mr. Raynell Williams.
Wow.
Sean, take it away.
Thanks, Alan. Raynell, congratulations. What a different fighter you are tonight. What's happened?
As the season go on, you know, I just improve. You learn more. From the beginning, you know, I was first starting off. First couple fights in the pro style. Got to get used to it.
You were so accurate tonight. Why?
Because I work on shortening my punches. I still throw them a little bit wide, but I shorten them up a little bit more. That's the only thing I'm working on.
You were throwing the short punches, and he was trying to go to the outside. Did that favor you?
No, I just wanted to work.
Any problems with the cut that you suffered earlier?
Oh, no, no problems. I'm not even thinking about it.
Yeah, you're all set to go, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Raynell Williams, Memphis gets the win. How about that? Alan?
And none too soon because they need to win 3 of the last 4 to get the win tonight and get out of last place. So Raynell Williams, the Olympian, taking care of business, pretty much shutting out Roberto Navarro in this one. Now we got another great matchup coming to the middleweights. Felix Rodriguez and Terrell Gaucher from here on Bill Street in Memphis. You're watching the World Series of Boxing.